What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over the Tuesday, June 15th MLB games, and I just want to talk about too some other news around the MLB. I think the biggest thing going around the MLB yesterday is, as we all know, Tyler Glasnow suffered an injury to his arm after going out there and pitching the other day, leaving the game early against the White Sox. And yesterday he came out kind of blaming the MLB, essentially denouncing them for trying to stop this cheating scandal. Kind of unbelievable, but he basically said you can't change the rules in the middle of the season when everyone's already doing it. But really, the MLB is just saying don't cheat. And he essentially came out and said, hey, I was cheating, but how can you guys stop me from doing this mid-season? You guys essentially caused my injury. Quite an interesting scenario for sure. On top of that, we have a bunch of crazy games last night around the MLB. A couple of crazy comebacks, a couple of more than a couple, very close games, a couple extra innings games, etc., etc. We got 15 of them, so I'm going to jump into them. Any questions or anything, put them in the comments, put them in the chat. We'll get to them at the end of the video. First game last night, we have Nationals 8, Pirates 1. We'll lead things off here, and the Nationals really got out to a 5-0 lead at the beginning and didn't have to look back against these lowly Pirates. Trey Turner had a nice 4 hits, 1 RBI night. Yan Gomes gets his 6th home run of the season, whereas the Pirates, they had 8 hits, and they were only able to put up 1 run, and that was in the 7th inning. Tyler Anderson goes 6 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 4 Ks. He's been very interesting to watch this year. Some games he has a pretty good outing, but most of the time he's been getting roughed up, and this was one of those times. Patrick Corbin goes 8.1, 1 earned run, 7 Ks, 110 pitches coming out of him for a massive outing for the Nationals. He ate up a ton of innings for them, and they pick up the W. Moving along with the Yankees 6, Blue Jays 5. And it hurts my heart talking about the Blue Jays like this. The Blue Jays blow another bullpen game in this one. And this was also my fish on a heater bet yesterday for the Jays to win. They were up 5-1 halfway through this game. But slowly but surely, the Yankees hitting home runs, coming back, taking advantage of the Blue Jays bullpen that's just been atrocious all season long. Not much else to say other than that. Bo Bichette, the Blue Jays, hitting his 14th home run of the season. Gary Sanchez, his 9th. Gittins for the Yankees, hitting his 1st as a Yankee. Gardner's hitting his 2nd. Overall, the Blue Jays giving up a couple of home runs to guys that don't hit, and especially Gardner hitting that home run. That was a little rough to watch. Ryu goes 6, 3 earned runs, giving up 2 of the home runs. Montgomery goes 5.1, 4 earned runs, giving up 1 home run. His ERA is 4.20. But yeah, overall, Blue Jays really blow this one out. I've kind of lost count of how many times the bullpen has blown a game for the Blue Jays as of late. At least a couple in the past week alone, and as I know, a lot over the course of the season. Indians 7, Orioles 2, and Indians were at 6-1 after 4 in this one. They didn't have to look back. A lot of talk going around that we need to be out there voting for Cedric Mullins to get to the All-Star game, and I totally agree. This guy deserves it. He's had a monster season for the Orioles. Too bad he doesn't have a lot of support around him. Bradley hitting his 3rd home run of the season for the Indians. We had Rosario having a nice 3-hit night, probably the biggest performance on Cleveland. Yesterday, Quantrill goes 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, where Matt Harvey continues to be a little rough around the edges here. His ERA is up to 7.76, 5 earned runs. He's now 3-8 on the season. Ever since that very first start, it's been a little bit downhill for him after that, but is what it is. Moving along with the Mets 3, Cubs 2. And then now the Mets are now 2 in a row against the Cubs, looking to get their sweep after being swept by the Cubs, a week or so ago. They're looking for a little bit of revenge. Cubs got out to 2-0 lead, but the Mets answered right away in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 of their own, and tacked on 1 in the 5th, which is all the difference that they need in this one. Baez hit that 2-run home run in the 3rd for the Cubs. Mills goes 4.1, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. Taijuan Walker, another massive outing for another Mets starter. 7 innings pitched, 12 Ks over 2 earned runs. Mets are just kind of cruising along here, taking advantage of teams that aren't doing as well like this one. Red Sox 10, Braves 8, and the Red Sox were at 4-0, 5-0 at the top of the third, but the Braves slowly came back. They made it 5-4 before the Red Sox made it 7-4, but then the Braves made it 7-7. This one was a massive offensive performance, and the Braves actually came back to tie this before their bullpen on the top of the eighth gave up a 3 spot, and that was essentially it for them. Devers hitting his 16th home run of the season in that first inning. Renfroe goes back-to-back with him hitting one right after his 8th of the season. Bogaerts his 13th, and Verdugo his 9th. So a bunch of home runs coming from the Red Sox side of things, and we have no home runs on the Braves side of things, and the Braves just, they put up a lot of offense, but they fall short on their own. Tucker Davidson only lasts 2.1 innings, 5 earned runs, 4 Ks, and Edward Rodriguez on the other side goes 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 8 Ks. He's still been a little bit of a struggling situation too, but the bullpens, I think when it comes down to it, the Red Sox had the better bullpen, and then they showed it last night where the bullpen came in and kind of closed the door. Barnes coming in with his 15th save of the season, making up for blowing the save the other day against Vladdy. Tigers 4, Royals 3, and the Tigers were at 3-0 early in this one, but the Royals they kept it close. It was 3-2, and then 4-2, and then 4-3. It was very, very close along the way. Schoop hitting his 11th home run of the season for the Tigers. We have none for the Royals. Mike Minor goes 5.24 earned runs, 5 Ks in the loss. And Casey Miz, he gets the win yesterday, 6.23 earned runs, 3 Ks. And this game was a lot closer than one would think going forward. Next up, we have the Astros 6, Rangers 3 in Texas. They were at 2-0, and Astros made it 2-1, and then it was very close going the whole way. And then bottom of the ninth, Astros tied up off a big Carrera, hit his 12th home run of the season, and Altuve hits his 13th of the season, walking things off with a grand slam in this 10th inning. I know, talking to a couple people yesterday that had the overbet, or the underbet, I should say, sorry. A little bit of a rough situation there because it was 2-2 going to extras, and they really just needed to avoid the exact scenario that happened, unfortunate. But the Astros, nice big comeback win, big walk-off for them, and they're cruising along. White Sox 3, Rays 0. Again, this is that series that everyone's kind of focusing on, 2 top teams in the American League. And the White Sox come back and pick up a big W after losing the first series opener. So we're going to be going to a rubber match. 3-0 win here for the White Sox. Very nice, very nice. Engel, it's his 3rd home run of the season. Otherwise, we're just looking at 9 hits for the course of the game. Rays get 6 hits and get shut out. McClanahan goes 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks in his loss. And Dallas Keuchel just crushed it yesterday. 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 5 Ks, and he's getting back to possibly his Cy Young form ever since April. He's been one of the top pitchers in baseball. Moving along with the Reds 2, Brewers 1. This is a very important series because the Reds are slowly but surely itching their way back into the conversation, and they do so in an important manner yesterday. Brewers again lose when the Cubs lose, so it's pretty interesting there. This one's 0-0 after 9. We have to go to extras where the Reds put up a 2 spot, and the Brewers only managed to put 1, but I gotta admit, Castellanos made it quite interesting while giving up that error in the bottom of the 10th that kept the game alive and kept the Brewers a chance. But Amir Garrett comes in and gets the 3rd save of the season. Castillo had an amazing outing, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 7 Ks. He's starting to turn things around for the right at the perfect time, right when the Reds really need some starting pitching. So that's good. Brett Anderson, 7 innings pitched, 0 earned runs and 9 Ks for him, keeping the Brewers at bay and picking up a very, very important win. Cardinals 2, Marlins 1, and let's just add to the National League Central. The Cardinals pick up a win here, and this Central race is slowly but surely turning into a 4-team race, and it's going to be very exciting. This is going to be one of those divisions that's going to come right down to the wire. I got that feeling. Miami gets that first run, but the Cardinals come back, bottom of the 6th tied up, and then they get the walk-off situation. Goldschmidt getting that walk-off home run in the 9th inning, hitting his 9th of the season. I know the Cardinals really need Goldschmidt to start going a little stronger Then he's been going. Kim goes 6, 1 earned run, 6 Ks and no decision. Alex Reyes actually gets the decision, so no save for him, but he'll take the win. He's now 4-2 on the season. Trevor Rogers goes 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Continues to just crush it. Garcia getting the loss here in that game. Moving along, we've got the Rockies 8, Padres 2, so that's back-to-back wins now for the Rockies over the Padres. Padres can't have this. They had a 4-0 lead in this game, and then they slowly but surely blew it. 2 runs in the 4th, 2 runs in the 6th, 7th, 8th. And the Rockies get away with a nice win. They have a couple guys on here. Daza had a nice 3-hit night. He's kind of leading the league in this month in batting average. He's having a good month. Tapia, same kind of story. Mike Mahone, 3 hits himself, had a triple in there, had a home run, his 16th of the season. Tatis Jr. kind of was leading things off for his team in that first inning with his 20th home run of the season. But there's no offense after that, and it's starting to become a concern. Yu Darvish continues to kind of struggle at Coors Field. It's been kind of one of his weaknesses over the past year. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 5 Ks. And Coco Gonzalez, or Chichi Gonzalez, I think it was actually, 6 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and the no decision, and bullpen comes in, gets a nice job done. Big win for the Rockies. The Rockies are playing spoiler at this point, and they're doing just that against the Padres. Athletics 6, Angels 4, and this one was back and forth a couple times. It was 1-0 for the Angels and 2-1 for Oakland. Angels tied up, and Oakland takes the lead, and Angels try to chip away at it, but they fall a little bit short. Ohtani, it's not enough when he hits his 18th home run of the season. He's just a monster, and what an insane human. Walsh, his 15th of the season. Sean Murphy, back-to-back nights where this guy's hit a home run. He hits his 8th, and Frankie Montas goes 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 8 Ks. This is the biggest story of Oakland. Their starting pitchers continue to just carry their team, eating up innings, lots of pitches, lots of putting their team in a position to win, and that's just the story here again. Frankie, 7-6 on the season, but he continues to give them good, solid innings. Henny, on the other side, picking up the loss, 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs only, and 6 strikeouts. He continues to be the Angels' best pitcher over the course of all of this, but it's not enough, and Athletics pick up a big win here and continue to keep pace with those Houston Astros. Moving along, we got the Giants 9, Dbacks 8, and this is another one of those crazy comeback stories last night. The Diamondbacks add on to their almost record-breaking losing streak. Now they've lost 21 straight games on the road. I believe the record is 22, and we got 2 teams in that in like 1943 and whatever. But the Diamondbacks were out 7-0 in this game. They should not have blown it, but they did. Giants put up 3 early, and then they chip away. It comes all down to a Yastrzemski grand slam in that 8th inning, which is a 4 spot for the Giants and ends up being the complete difference. Brandon Bell also has a good night, a triple, a double, and yeah, Yastrzemski, 7th this season, Dugar his 5th. Littell doesn't even last 1 out, so he led things off for the Giants, who gave up 4 earned runs, and that put him in the hole right away. But this bullpen came in, they got the job done. Rogers gets his 9th save of the season. They give Castellanos here a blown save here. But overall, looking at the numbers on the Arizona pitching here, they're just giving up a lot of runs. And they're when you're losing 21 straight on the road, there's some issue going on. Mariners 10, Twins 0, and the Mariners just offense popped. Not much else to add there. Franze gets 3-hit night. Crawford hits his 4th home run of the season. Torrance his 3rd. France his 4th. So just a bunch of home runs coming there. Chris Flexen goes monster. 8 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 8 Ks, just keeping the Twins at bay. J.A. Happ goes 4, 5 earned runs, and they bring in Jax for a 4-inning relief, and he gives up 4 himself. So overall, both pitchers on the Twins side give up a lot of runs. And that's pretty much it. Dodgers 5, Phillies 3, and this was back and forth. Dodgers 1-0, 1-1, and then 3-1, and then 3-3, and Dodgers end up adding a couple late to be the difference. Phillies traveling to LA, getting a little bit of a loss here. It's a little bit of a struggle, but that's back-to-back losses now on the West Coast for the Phillies. McCutchen hitting his 11th of the season. Mookie Betts hitting his 8th. So it seems like Mookie might be heating up a little bit right at the time where the Dodgers need him. 3-hit performance. His average is now up to 258. We'll be keeping an eye on that because I feeling it's going to be starting to shoot up. Jack Alfalin goes 5, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and Urias goes 5.2, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. In the no decision, and the bullpens come in and take care of business for that. So yeah, that basically is our 15 games around the MLB yesterday. Like I talked about at the top of the hour, the biggest story is Tyler Glasnow coming out talking about the MLB and all the issues that they are the reason causing our injury. At this time, normally when we do the live show, we're getting to that point where we might start having some people with some comments, some questions. So that's where we would normally talk about it. But today, so far, we have none. So if you're watching this video later, make sure you continue this discussion in the comments. We're looking to just talk about all the teams, how the other teams are doing. What did you guys see last night? What did you guys enjoy? Etc. etc. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys for the next